My dearest Nora May, I'll be heading up to see you very soon, my niece. Can't wait to see what a fine girl you've become. Forever yours, Matthew. In the summer of 2017, Matthew Arnold drove to Nashville to see his niece, leaving Frederick Wong, his friend and business partner, abandoned in the office. Left with nothing but his disgruntled YouTube audience, Frederick decided to fly up to Nashville, desperate to reunite with his good friend.
I'm in the Alaska pickup area.
Southwest Delta pickup.
Mind if I roll? I flew in, we're gonna drive back from Nashville to LA.
What's special about Nashville?
Nashville, what, the show? Or
No, the city that we're in.
Oh, Nashville's cool, man. I've only been here for a day and a half. I've already been to like 5 hip coffee shops, ended up 3 different board game shops, and then 2 here in Nashville. I brought a bunch of solo board games.
Is that the saddest thing? Is Matt on the road in a Motel 6 playing a solo board game with himself? He didn't take a flight because...
I don't like flying. I'm not flying. I also really like driving, but yeah, if I don't have to fly, I won't fly.
Matt, the wagon. Chill. How come we're not on that?
We got the middle finger.
What? Somebody gives middle finger?
Yeah, the lady.
I thought they were nice down in the south. What are you checking on, Matt?
The Bluebird Cafe. It's the place they show in Nashville like every episode. It's like where all the first like people make their big debuts and stuff.
Matt, do you think you're gonna see the next like T-Swift? Is that what you're hoping?
That'd be cool. Cool. All right, thanks much for driving down here.
This is the Bluebird Cafe. This is where Raina James fell in love in the show Nashville.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there, so I don't think we're getting in.
I like that it's just like in a strip mall. It's just like this tiny little place. That's pretty cool.
Matt, can you explain what this is?
Bag of board games.
How much was this?
Oh, it was like $100.
Is that your best Kickstarter purchase?
It's up there. It's very nice. Dude, don't reveal this trunk.
Matt, you went on a road trip and you didn't empty your trunk out beforehand?
I got a back seat.
Oh my goodness. What a catch, ladies.
Did I tell you I got pulled over in Texas?
What happened?
He came in and he's like, you know, I pulled you over. I was like, well, my cruise control's on 85, so I'm assuming you pulled me over for going 85. He's like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'll just give you a warning. I was like, all right. So why don't you come and sit in the, you know, come in the back and sit in the cop car, I'll give you the warning. I was like, okay. He just chatted with me for a long time, which was kind of nice, but it was a little weird. And I was definitely like a little nervous being in a cop car. He's like, you look a little nervous. I was like, well, I'll be honest, like in California, you don't sit in the cop car when you get a warning. And then he's like, so what you bringing? You bring anything? I was like, oh, you know, luggage. He's like, is your luggage always like in the backseat, not in the trunk? And then I realized he was talking about my board game thing. I was like, oh no, my luggage is in the trunk. He's like, what's that other bag? I was like, oh, it's all board games. And he's like, you sure you're not bringing any like drugs or anything? I was like, no, it's just a bunch of nerdy shit. It's a bunch of board games.
Wow.
And then he's like, okay, cool. Well, you have a great time.
You could have been moving OG Kush from the coast.
And I realized I was like, oh, he was definitely like,
He was buttering you up.
he was definitely
to check on your Kush.
he was definitely like interrogating me slightly. And then I guess when I laughed and said board games, he's probably like, well, no, we would make that up. So clearly this is all he's bringing over here. Little did he know that entire bag is full of marijuana.
That's a private residence.
Yep, with a big Confederate flag too.
I don't know where you get ones that big. Oh, the internet, that's right.
Yeah.
Before we head out onto the open highway today, we are going to be visiting a Civil War battlefield.
Going to Stones River. I mean, it's a pretty big battle.
Not that most people killed, but this was the highest percentage casualties of any battle in the Civil War. So like,
This battle sucked.
Who's this traitor?
Imagine being like a northerner from Maine or something. Like this would be like Vietnam.
I don't know why they would fight in the fields when they got these roads right here.
yeah, seeing 30,000 dudes there would be pretty much like you did.
There's a lot of theoretical troops behind you, Matt.
Yeah, it is. This is the slaughter pen. Got pushed back and people inside there just shooting each other at like point blank range.
Any movie really show the effect of cannon fire, like, accurately or well?
Patriot.
It's true.
The more you look at the Civil War, the more it's just like on a like superficial level. It's also just like bonkers, and there's so many good movies. So again, I still think that Ironclad and Monitor is just like.
Wait, pitch me the story of this one.
Essentially, the Confederates had this crazy ship that was this sloped ironclad that was essentially indestructible. And it was slowly moving up the Mississippi to the north. And everybody's like, oh shit, like this is going to single-handedly up like the northern control of, you know, the waterways. And they're like, we need a way to defeat it. And this crazy engineer came up with this plan that everybody thought was too dumb. And it's essentially like the entire boat was underwater. So above water, it just looked like a flat metal top with like a single turret. They're essentially building this as the lumbering turtle is like going up towards the north. And it's like, this was going to be the thing that was going to stop like the Confederates from like owning the waterways. They finally met like in this like crazy battle that was like two like Jules Verne sci-fi iron beasts, and the Union boat would just circle and with a spinning turret keep shooting into the center. They couldn't hit it. Like it was just like flat. It was like nothing, and they couldn't hit the turret. And eventually the Confederates just had to leave. They more or less kept the waterways. It's like this is a freaking Death Star movie, but Death Star slowly going up the river, and you know you cut to President Lincoln. It's like, my God, we need something to stop this.
Yeah, that would be a dope movie. This is a breaking news update from the road. Matt's Patreon account has potentially been hacked. He's, as we were driving, you guys,
potentially, definitely.
has been hacked. 100% been hacked by hackers. Well, not technically hacked. His password has likely been compromised, and it was either sniffed or implicated in a breach, or
How come on the survey for why you're getting rid of your pledges they don't have? Because I was hacked. I was going to do all of them that my financial situation has changed.
Technically, my financial position has changed.
like to
in
edit.
that other people have access to
It's
it.
a lot of really well done, to be honest. Digital mature art.
Wait, how many did you get signed up for?
They got about 8 on here. Dude, it's all Fema muscle. Not safe for work. Within 40 minutes, I got into 9 different Patreons.
It's like a Patreon every, what, 5 minutes?
So $38 is what I lost right now. At least I stopped it before that leak. Within 40 minutes, I got into 9 different Patreons.
Look at that cat. Where are we this morning, Matt?
We're in Dallas.
Why are we in Dallas?
Because it's on the way to Los Angeles.
That's right. Where are we going to today?
Theoretically, Phoenix. We'll see.
Phoenix from Dallas is what, 15?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Coffee and go.
Coffee places. And there's,
Coffee place. It wakes me up.
well, yeah, that's kind of the point of coffee, isn't it? This revolutionary bean juice. I like heating it up in the mornings. It puts a little pep in my step. To know Matt is to know hip coffee hotspots. Yo, 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 yo. We find here the wild almond.
Huh?
In his natural habitat, pastry and coffee in hand, he is ready to face the day. His soft belly makes him an easy target for predators. So he must be quick. What's your review? Let's hear it.
4.5 out of 5 coffee mugs with coffee in it.
That's the most boring review scale you could possibly come up with.
All right, here we go.
My dearest Nora May, after what has seemed like months, our journey has finally reached its end. And while I may have lost $38 on digital pornography, I gained something far more valuable. Friendship. Forever yours, Matthew.
Did I cut myself, or is that just? Did I just?